What's up XRP holders? Guys, in this important video I want to talk about the XRP price action. Is the trend still bullish or did the trend actually flip bearish? What are the exact price targets to look out for? And I also want to address something very crucial in this video, the fact that 99% of traders, investors in the crypto space unfortunately aren't profitable in the long run. So I want to show you guys what is the best thing to do and how you can be, I would say, among the 1% that actually make profits here in the crypto space. So guys, if this sounds interesting, don't forget to like the video, follow me over on Instagram, official link down below, because I'm posting additional content on top of the YouTube videos. Check it out. So first off guys, I want to talk about the fact that about 99% or so, I don't know the exact percentage, maybe it's 98, 97%, but the overwhelming majority of traders, investors in the crypto space aren't going to walk away with profits at the end of the cycle. There's several reasons for this. I'm not going to get into everything, but basically the main thing is that due to greed, people are basically failing to take profits. And I've also been there. I've made many mistakes in the past. I also failed to take profits in the past due to greed, and unfortunately I had to pay the price for that. But I want all of you guys, at least as many as possible, to be successful, to walk away with profits at the end of the day. It is not possible for us all to be profitable, but at least I want the overwhelming majority of you guys to succeed here with your investing goals. And that is also the reason that I'm actually highlighting the fact that the overwhelming majority is basically not profitable. So you should go against them if you want to make the profits here in 2025. So once again, I totally get it. Sometimes a coin goes up by 20% in a day or 50% or whatever, and it's super hard to secure the profits in a pump. It's also super hard whenever you see a significant crash to the downside to actually pull the trigger and to make your DCA or to buy a certain coin, because it's scary when a coin goes down very hard. So I get that, I understand that, but guys, the only way to succeed here in this crypto space is to adjust your expectations and to secure the profits on the way up. And I understand it doesn't sound very sexy. I'm not talking about a 50x or a 100x or that you can turn your 10k into a million this year, but we should be realistic here on the channel. And even if you just make a little bit of profits at the end of the day, you're doing way better than, I would say, 90% of people in the crypto space. So just be aware of that. Also do understand that it is possible to be profitable in the space, but you just need to go against your own ego. You need to do the thing that feels really uncomfortable, and that is basically whenever a coin goes up hard, secure the profits, lock the profits in, guys. And taking profits does not mean that you sell, for example, XRP and then you buy another altcoin. No, that's not taking profits. Taking profits is selling a certain altcoin into USDT, into USDC, whatever, and just hold that or convert it back to fiat or anything, but don't put it in another coin like Bitcoin, like Ethereum or whatever, because you're hoping for more profits. Guys, that's not how it works. Basically, the majority of the space, every crypto asset basically follows the same cycle, so they're all going up together. Sometimes, yes, if you have your timing on point, you can make more profits with another coin and then you can shift over to another one. But basically, for the overwhelming majority of you guys watching, this is too advanced and this is very hard to time. So even if you just make a little bit of profits, you're doing way better than almost everyone else, guys. So please don't make the mistake to, for example, sell XRP or another coin and then move over to another coin. That is an advanced game, guys. I wouldn't recommend you to do that. I would just secure the profits into stable coins or into fiat or into real estate or whatever you're into. Also do understand that trading or investing is basically a skill set. A lot of people come into the space and they think it's super easy. They're underestimating it, but just understand that it's a skill set just like anything else in life. If you want to be good at a certain skill, then you need to practice. You need to make a lot of hours, a lot of mistakes. It will most likely cost you a lot of money, but if you're really persistent and if you really want it, then yes, you can succeed eventually. But just understand it's a skill set. It's not easy to make profits in crypto. You need to know what you're doing. You need to have a lot of experience. So one tip that I can give you is secure the profits, and you're doing way better than the rest. So let me now get into the charts, because otherwise this video is going to get way too long. So let's first talk about the short-term price action and the current trend here where XRP is currently in. And XRP is still in an uptrend. As a matter of fact, we're actually trying to flip previous resistance since December into potential new support. So provided that XRP holds this range, so I would say no weekly candle closes below $2.70, I would still be focused on the upside. If we break below 270 on a weekly close, guys, then that is the point where I have to say the market structure doesn't look that good anymore, and maybe we're gonna go a little bit lower here. So if we look at the liquidation heat map, then we can see that a lot of longs were opened a few hours or maybe a day ago or so. So it is possible that a long squeeze could occur for XRP, where we could see a wick to that $2 range. It is a possibility, and then we could continue further to the upside. So just be aware of that. But once again, guys, I don't want to see a weekly candle close below this range. A wick or so, that's all fine, but we don't want to see any weekly candle below $2.70. But just be careful if you're playing with high leverage here in the immediate short term. If we take a look at XRP on the weekly, we can also see this nice Elliott wave structure, which is typically a 5-wave impulsive move, and we currently have actually already 5 waves on the chart, but I still expect at least maybe one more push higher for XRP into that $4 to $5 range to complete this 5-wave impulsive sequence here. So this is also interesting to watch. Here you can also see XRP on the weekly is actually still forming this bearish divergence, which basically means a momentum loss. The buyers are getting a little bit weaker than the sellers, and on such a time frame as the weekly or the monthly, this is definitely something to take very, very serious, guys. You can also see in 2021 on the left hand side of your screen, we also had such a bearish divergence on the weekly scale, where the RSI made a lower high but price confirmed a higher high, and eventually that actually was the top for XRP and the start of the bear market, where XRP went minus 80% or so. And yeah, right now, guys, we're seeing something similar. So I believe that we could be in the end stage of the cycle. So I'm not saying it's already over. I still think we could see a little bit more upside there for XRP and for crypto, but it is a possibility that once XRP goes to that $4 to $5 range, we could see a bigger, longer correction in the crypto space. Just be aware of that. And guys, this was an interesting glitch on the altcoin season index. If you actually type in altcoin season index on Google, you will find this website. And if you go to the yearly altcoin season index, then you can see that we had this crazy spike on the right hand side of your screen, all the way to 100. Actually, we came from 30 or 40 or so. We spiked in one day to 100 and came straight back down into 33. So was this actually already alt season? It would actually be the shortest alt season that we have actually ever seen in crypto history, as you can see on this chart. But this was an interesting thing. Maybe it's just a glitch, but yeah, let's see how it will play out. Here you can also see the bearish divergence for XRP on the weekly, but yeah, it's still likely for price to at least see one more push to that red trend line, possibly into that $4 to $5 range. And here we can also see a comparison with previous bull markets, with the stochastic RSI down below, which made lower highs while price confirmed higher highs. It happened in each and every bull run on the monthly scale, and it looks like it's happening once again right now. So we could be in that end stage of the cycle. And here you can also see a comparison with the bull run from 2017 on the left hand side, and you can see that in 2017 we also had a first initial pump, 1, 2, 3. Then we had a long period, I think 200 days or so, of sideways price action before that last blow off top move of that specific cycle. And this cycle looks very similar. We had 1, 2, 3, then a very long period of sideways price action, I think 220 days or so from the top of my head, maybe longer. And it looks like XRP is gearing up for that final blow off top move higher. Let's see how high it's gonna go. Would be amazing, of course. And you can also see that if we focus on the market structure, which we should always do, is that XRP is still in a higher low, higher high uptrend, as you can see. So currently there's nothing to worry about, but once again, watch that $2.70 range very closely. And guys, if you want to buy or trade your crypto or XRP, I would highly recommend to do that over on Phemex, which is the first link down below in the video description, because they're right now offering a $250 deposit bonus to my audience. So this is an exclusive campaign. So if you want to claim that free $250, click the first link down below. Phemex is an ebook exchange, which means that they're basically in the same category as your Bybit, your Binance, Coinbase. High liquidity, very low trading fees, so definitely check it out, guys. Alternatively, you can of course also trade on AscendEX, no KYC required. Second link down below in the video description. Continuing here with the analysis, here you can also see XRP's price action. On the left hand side we have the previous bull run, and on the right hand side we have the current bull cycle, and down below we have the crypto fear and greed index. And what is interesting, if we focus on the bull run from 2020 to 2021, is that price actually made higher highs, as you can see, but the fear and greed made lower highs. So basically, guys, since the beginning of 2021, the fear and greed meter made lower highs and the price made higher highs, and eventually that was actually the signal that the bear market started for XRP, minus 71% in that bear market. And guys, this is just to show you that if sentiment doesn't follow the price action, that is actually a bearish thing. And we're also seeing that right now on the right hand side, where the fear and greed is actually making lower highs since the December high, but the price is making higher highs. So there's also a bearish divergence going on over here, and eventually this could lead to a bigger correction for XRP and for crypto. So just be aware of that. That was it, guys, for today's XRP analysis. If this was helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, of course, follow me over on IG, link down below. I want to thank you all for watching, for the amazing support, of course. Let me know the feedback. Do you like videos like this where I explain a little bit more about the market psychology, about profit taking, my own strategy? Let me know the feedback. I want to thank you all for watching, for the amazing support. See you very soon in another XRP update. Bye bye.